Now we're going to investigate a real malware outbreak, although we're going to use fake malware because I'm not using any real malware in this class. I just wrote some batch scripts that act a little bit like malware. So we're going to turn off Windows Defender because it'll detect my malware. So I go to my Windows machine, and I don't need this anymore. Don't think I need that anymore. So I'm going to go to Save Virus and go to Virus and Threat Protection. And here, Virus and Threat Protection Settings, Manage Settings. All right, now let's see what I wanted to say. Tamper protection, and just exclude the whole hard drive. Right, that's what I thought. So I need to turn off tamper protection. It's off. And now I need to have an exclusion that will exclude the hard drive. So it will not scan my hard drive, and I've already done it. I added an exclusion at C. So the whole C drive is not scanned by Windows Defender, so it won't pick up any malware on there. So this is, of course, not something you should do to a machine you love with your emails and stuff on it. Use a virtual machine when you're doing this kind of dangerous thing. All right, now I'm going to install the pup. So this is the file. I'm going to copy the link address and download it. I guess I'll use Firefox. Okay, good. And we'll see if it's going to let me copy and paste. Copying and pasting is always a little bit flaky in virtual machines. Paste and go. Good. So now it downloaded this pup4.zip. Okay. It looks like I've downloaded it before on this machine, so this is the one. That's fine. I'm going to extract it. Extract all. Extract. And it has a password, which I think is malware. This is what you normally do when you write malware. Like I say, this stuff is not very malicious, but it's a little bit annoying, so I probably the usual standard. So use the password malware. Okay, run pup4.exe as administrator and move pup4 message to C. Okay, so pup4.exe. Let me show the file extensions. Let's see if I can figure that out. It's show, there, file extension there. So pup4.exe is here, so I run it as administrator. And I approve, I add all the things, so more info, run anyway. Of course, ignore all the warnings and run it. All right, so that runs as administrator. Now this needs to move to the root of C. And there's C. So just drag that and put it here. And give it permissions to go there. And I think that's it. Then delete pup4.zip and the pup4 folder and empty the recycle bin and restart your machine. So we're going to delete all evidence of this. So we delete this, which is here. We delete this, which is here. And I think there might be another one because it seemed to tell me that it considered this to be the second pup. Yep, there's an old one left over from before. I guess the last time I did this project, I didn't delete it. Let's delete this stuff. Okay. That's interesting. It doesn't give me the delete option. Oh, there it is. Okay. There. Okay, I've deleted them all. Now I'm going to empty the recycle bin and restart the machine. So this should get rid of it all as much as you easily can. And now we restart the virtual machine. And like I say, this simulates an irritating piece of malware, although it's a very simple script that only does a few things. And the point of this is to demonstrate a potentially unwanted program like a browser hijacker. This is one of the most common kinds of malware, something that pops up ads on the screen. All right, I'm in. All right. Okay. And I don't care about this garbage. All right. So it started up, and hopefully it will run that pup4 message and pop an irritating box up on the screen. It might make me approve something. I don't care about a privacy update. There it is. This box pops up saying your computer is pwned by Doublebad. So that's the point. This is the, so your only clue will be this box popped up, and you know what's in the box. So remember, you're not at the Windows machine, you're at the Linux machine trying to analyze this problem. So we're going to work here in the Velociraptor console. We're going to investigate this infection now that we've created the infected machine. So connect to the client, which is good. Now we're going to use auto runs. So we just run auto runs, and that will give us a list of all the automatically launching, because we know when you restart the machine, that box comes back. So it's automatically launching. So run auto runs. Now this is a sysinternal tool that has to be installed, Windows sysinternal auto runs. So Velociraptor is going to download it, install it, and run it, and then send the results back to me. So I launch it, and there it goes. And if I run the log, I can see it goes. So it started the query execution. It removes some temp file and waits. It's doing something like preparing to download the file into that folder. And don't know if I have to refresh it to see more of these. I might. Let's try refreshing it. Oh no, it automatically loads. Okay. So now it's getting auto runs 64, fetching it from somewhere and downloading it, down, checking the hash of it or something, then running external command auto runs. It's running the auto runs with command line switches to harvest all the information from the machine. And it's not done yet. So there's more on the next page. If I go to like 50 per page, it'll put them all. Okay, sysinternal is time 30. Okay, it's been running for 30 seconds. Okay, time 37. And it's done. And now this thing shows a check mark. So it's done, and I should have results. And here they are. So here's all the automatically launching things. Now, if I look at the log, it'll tell me how many things it got downloading. Temp file. Showing 1 to 10 and 15. Let me go back to 25. Okay. 347 rows. And here's 1,000 rows. So there are 1,300 automatically launched processes on this machine. So that's pretty annoying. It found the information, but the information is pretty brutal. Yeah, 1,341. So you do need to somehow narrow it down. Now you can take the results here, and you can download them in various formats here. This one will download JSON. This will download CSV. CSV is nice, comma-separated values. I'm going to allow downloads. Down comes the file. It should be in my downloads folder. Let me take a look at that. All right. Let's go to downloads. And there it is, a CSV file. And if I double-click it, it'll open in a spreadsheet. This is a Mac, so I have the default Macintosh spreadsheet, which is fine. And so here's the data. Now, this did the right thing. Wait, you want to just cancel it. All right, so now, here's the file. Now, I would like to limit it. And notice here is the image path. This is the path to the file, and the launch string, the MD5, the SHA-1, and someplace is going to be the signature, the name of the company. Company is here. This is the company that signed the file. So if something is signed by Microsoft, it's probably not malicious. So what I want to do is sort by that company column. So I'm going to select everything and then go, I think organize, sort the entire table by company. There we go. And sort now. All right. This is the Mac spreadsheet, which is called Numbers. It's their imitation of Excel. So I think it did it. Let's find the company column and see. Oh, the signer. That's interesting. I probably want to sort by signer instead of company anyway. But it seems to amount to about the same thing. Let's do that instead. Let's sort by signer. I didn't see that before. Signer is even better. That's who. Okay, there. And it appears to have sorted as soon as I selected that. Okay, so here's the signer. That's interesting. Not verified. There's a Microsoft tool called BTH Modern. And here's Velociraptor, which is not verified, but it's signed by Rapid7. So I know what those are. Then there's a whole bunch of Microsoft things, and I figure those are okay because they're signed by Microsoft. So I don't need to worry about them. And if I go down to the bottom, I should find the stuff that is not signed. And here we are. This is signed by VMware. And so down here, from this point on, there are the things, there, I wanted to select there. From that point down are the things that are not signed, and therefore they are suspicious. And now I can check here, and I can look at, say, the name of them might be a clue. Here's the names. Here's the path, I think. And here's the one, pup4message.exe. So you can help it's not, and now one thing, by the way, you can also see here why it's launched. It's in the run key. This is HKey local machine software, WOW64, Microsoft Windows current version run. So it's using the run key to launch, and it's not signed. And another thing that makes it suspicious is its location. It's at the root of C, where you're not supposed to normally put anything. Everything should be in like C programs, or C Windows System 32, or C user's username. Putting things in the root of C is an unusual place. So this is a suspicious file. So I have learned there is this thing automatically launching, and that might be the thing causing the pop-up. So with that information, I'm going to not save this. All right, let's go on. So that's the first thing, and there's a flag defined there, and there's another flag. Now we're going to find, now we're going to look at C if there's a running process. What we found now is it's in auto runs, so it should be running. So let's try that. We're going to use PS list, which is here. So I add another artifact. PS list is the list of running processes on Windows. And I want to find the MD. Now I know the EXE was pup4message, so I don't need to get all of them. I can restrict it to pup4. So I'm going to go to specify parameters, wrench, and the process, regex is here. I'm going to put in pup. So I only want to see things with pup in the name. That should not give me 1,400 answers, but hopefully just one answer. And it looks like it did give, here's the one answer, C pup4message, here's the running process, and here's the MD5 hash and the SHA-1 hash. So now I could send that up to VirusTotal and see if it's known malware, and it won't be, I imagine, unless some students of mine have been submitting it. So that's interesting information as well. Well, I think I did see that in the previous collector anyway. That's another thing you do is verify that it's running. Now, I still don't know. All I've proven is something runs from a suspicious location, it's not signed, and it is running right now. And I have its MD5 hash, but I don't really know it's creating that window. Now let me just check for comments for anybody. Okay, nothing new. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to harvest the memory from the running machine and see if that memory has that message. The box on the screen says pwned by doublebad, so I should be able to find that in the memory. Now this one here, I thought it was going to fail. Let's see if it continues to fail. It's process dump. So I had trouble with it before. Let's see if it's going to work now. Process dump. There it is, Windows memory process dump. And so I'm going to configure parameters. And again, it's the process regex name. I can just use pup. Look for a process with pup in the name. And there we go. Launch. And when I tried it, when I updated these instructions a few weeks ago, it didn't work. And so maybe it's going to fail. Starting query execution, collection, query stats, it's done. Results, it found something. It made a crash dump. Okay, let's see if it got the file. Uploaded file, well, there it is. I think it worked. Let's see, here's the dump file. So I can download this file right here, and then I should be able to analyze it on my Mac. So the simplest way to analyze this one would be, I think, to use a command line. Let's just open a new command line and go into my downloads folder. Now, the name of the thing is dump25, I think. Let's try that. ls dmp star. Yep. dump25. It's the first one there. Okay, let's do ls minus l dmp25 star. Okay, there it is, and it's fairly big. Looks like 58 megs or something. Let's do LH to get it in human readable form. 56 megs. Okay, so I could run strings on it, and I think strings dash EL is the one. Let's do strings and get the help message. Okay, I guess I got to use dash dash help or something. All right, dash H. All right, unknown flags. All right, anyway, man strings. All right. Anyway, now this is the Macintosh version of strings, and I'm kind of worried that it might not have the ability to look for Microsoft strings. So let's go to my instructions again. Here I did strings minus EL. That'll work on Debian, and that might be where I have to go. Let's see if I can do strings minus EL on that dump file. It doesn't like it. That's what I was afraid of. So let me just check and see if anybody has posted the answer on the internet. How to search for 16-bit Unicode. Okay, we'll see if the Google AI figures it out. It's minus L or minus B. Oh, well, let's try minus L then, see if that's true. It's often wrong about this kind of thing, but let's just try L. Nope, okay, it's lying. All right, well, the other thing I could do is, well, Unicode character, Linux command to find strings. Yep, I think I'm in trouble. Yep. All right. Well, the other thing I can do is analyze it on my Debian machine. If I figure out how to get it there. The server's on Debian, but it's headless. I can't open a browser on the server. I can send it here from SCP. That's what I can do. I can do SCP. The source is going to be dump25, and the destination is going to be Debian at that address, which is 192, 168, 121, 139, and then colon users Debian. Is it users? Let's see. Let's see what the current directory is on Debian. There it is. PWD. It is home Debian Velociraptor. Let's put it there. All right. So it's here. There. Okay. Yeah, 2 slashes. That is the path I want it to go in. Let's see if that works. Now the password. That's good. Okay, that pushes it from my Mac to the Debian machine. Now I should be able to analyze it in the Debian machine. If I do ls, I should have the dump file, and I do. Now I can do strings minus EL. The problem is, even though the Mac runs Unix, the versions of things are not exactly the same as the Linux versions. And it's often missing the commands you need, and the Mac version of strings doesn't have the command I need. There. Good. There's a whole bunch of strings there. So now I wanted to see if it said your machine is pwned by double bad, so I'm going to do a grep for pwn. And there we are. So now I have proven this running process has those messages in it. So this process I have found is the one responsible for that message on the screen. So that's my investigation. And let's see what else I wanted to do here. So that was pretty good. Now I can also, now the next question is, are there more files on the machine associated with this infection? So this, you can use Yara to find files that are part of the infection. Yara is the tool that searches for patterns of bytes. So it's Yara, and it's Windows Search Yara. Windows search YAR. There we go. Then configure parameters. And there's a rule. Okay. And so I want to compare this to my image here. So it's rule hit. Let's see. I can probably just do this. There we go. So the strings are going to be pwned wide. Now, wide are these 16-character strings that Microsoft uses. I don't care about case. It is going to be capital, and I don't care about ASCII. There, that's all I had to do. I think leave everything else in the default. Yep. So it's going to look for these strings, and it's going to look, now here it's going to look at exe, text, DIL, and PHP. And in this case, I only care about EXEs. So I'm going to get rid of all these other choices. And the dollar means the end of the string. So it's going to look for things ending in EXE. Those are Windows executables on the whole box. And see if there are any executables that contain pwned. So it's running. And look in the log, there we go. It's doing stuff. And it's going to scan all these files. It's got to scan every file on the whole hard drive. So it will take a while. Remember, nothing will ever take more than 2 minutes. And you see it's showing you various files it's scanning. Yep, it's done. That really didn't take long. And so the results are there's only one file on the whole Windows box that has that string, and this is the one I already know about, C pup4message.exe. So that seems to be the, I figured out what process is, and I figured out what executable runs it, and I found the only executable there. Now one thing, all right, now that's it. Now I can remediate it. Now you can try to remediate it. This is the task kill command on Windows. Will stop the running process. This will delete the registry key, which we saw in the first download that showed why it's running, and this will delete the executable in the root of C. The problem is they don't work. Velociraptor does have remediation. It has a command line, but it doesn't seem to work, and I think this is by design because they don't want you to use this as like malware to take over boxes. So it does have, at the top left, okay, at the top right, click the shell button. There's a shell button somewhere. So I go here, show all, and here, and there's the shell. So now I have PowerShell and command and such. So I could use command, I guess, and then I should be able to run this command, task kill. So I can launch this command, and if I want to see the result, I click the I, and it appears to be no result coming back. And I wanted logs. I don't know what logs are showing. It looks like I just lost everything. No, this is it, command shell. Here it is, running external command. And it's not, so it's not clear if it worked. And I think it did not work. If I look on the Windows box, it's still there. If it had killed this process, that box would be gone. So that's the point. This remote command shell doesn't seem to have the ability to do as much as you'd like it to.
Can you run it locally?
Yes, I can run it locally on the Windows machine. But I mean, I would like to do it remotely. And if I do this...
Is there a way to count when you run the remote shell, whether it's admin or...
Yes, that's just what I was going to do. See if it's administered. Let's run Who Am I? Let's launch that. And then look at the answer. And the answer is I'm system. So I'm very powerful on the other end. I'm more powerful than the administrator. So it should have the ability to kill these tasks, but it doesn't seem to. And I think this is by design in Velociraptor. When I read their forums a few years ago, it seemed like they really didn't want this to be too powerful. So I think this way of cleaning it off is not going to work. Of course, this is not the best way to clean it off. The best way to clean it off is like write a script and then push that file down there. Anyway, so you can try cleaning it off remotely, and it won't work. And then to remediate it, you do this stuff locally. So I am going to do it locally because one thing a lot of my machines do is I skip this step and then I know machine is pwned. Let's fix this locally. If I do CMD and go to an administrator command prompt, these commands should fix the problem. So let me get this down to the side so we can see that window. All right, there's the irritating window. When I execute this one, this will kill that task. And see, that gets rid of the window. Now, this is going to remove the registry key that makes it restart every time you restart the machine. And this is going to delete the executable. So after this, all traces of the infection are gone and the machine is back to normal. All right. So that's what I wanted to show you, and it worked pretty well. Even though I didn't have a Windows ARM version, it turned out I did not need one. So I'm going to stop this recording.